right could be in trouble on this full moon.
Call it a result of your poor decisions, naive actions you take towards your very own people, you cowards.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Shattering, the False Illusion of Power. This is a series I created to defend yourself and step into your true potential and power when you are challenged or abused daily by narcissistic energy vampires, self-entitled attachment rodents, and losers who intentionally try to create problems for you in your life while being a problem who refuses to go away, not respecting your boundaries, and abusing you and playing in your face to feed their narcissistic ego and to make you become their victim. When you refuse to be the victim, they will challenge you even more. And at this point, you need to take it upon yourself to completely destroy the ego of the monster and make sure the monster be made an example of and make sure the monster's taught a lesson. Now, this is a framework I came up with on my Kimberly Epphones cookbook. Purely psychology, where we put up with abuse from narcissists until one day we just decide we're not going to do it anymore. And I'm here to provide an example for people who are willing to learn. It's made up of 5 different sections: clapbacks, poetic justice, psychological warfare, self-sabotage, and comparison. We're going to get into the psychological warfare stuff today because actually I was met with quite a few narcissistic people who wanted to abuse me today. And they did it to the point where they played right in my face and laughed about it and had a good old time. But now class is in session, and I want to get this out there to my audience while it's fresh in my mind. I'm going to talk about what psychological warfare is. So psychological warfare is really just an energy exchange. It's to shatter the false illusion of power. This series I created is all about learning how to overcome the abuse of narcissistic people. And they feel like they really do deserve to have power over everything in your life, power over your peace, power over your happiness, sometimes even finances and security, depending on the severity of the narcissistic abuser and clown and imbecile. The worst case I've ever seen of it myself is somebody with a God complex who feels they have a say in how long you deserve to live because they feel they are God themselves. But since nobody is God, no matter how massive the ego, they don't have a say in how long you live. Only God does. Now, an example of psychological warfare would be something like somebody has a crush on you, but you don't even want to be around them and you don't like that person. Your door is closed off to being around them. They would refuse the answer no to the point where they could not force you into a relationship with them. They might stalk you or even try to hurt you. I think in this case, it's time to get a restraining order and maybe even have the individual arrested depending on what they're doing. Now, even though that's not purely psychological, it's more just defending yourself from the narcissistic abuser who felt entitled. A more concrete example of psychological warfare is when a narcissistic abuser tries to do something to embarrass, humiliate, play in your face, or challenge you. So the action you take against something like a stalker who felt entitled and you didn't want a relationship with them, that's more like not even psychological, just defending yourself. But there will be other times in psychological warfare where the abuser is not stupid enough to incriminate themselves, but they will challenge you, play in your face, and make sure they do everything they can to destroy your happiness, peace, and anything good you have going in your life. And it needs to be challenged and destroyed. I'm going to get into more hands-on approaches to dealing with psychological warfare. So this won't require an arrest, but it's just people messing with you who shouldn't be messing around. Okay, so I just want to provide an example. I had somebody start harassing me today, pretty much in my face, to the point where they were on the phone bragging about the things they were doing to me, and they think it's so funny that they can get behind the scenes and make fun of me and tell other people to hurt me and bother me and cause me problems, smear my name and tell all kinds of lies about me behind my back. And this is pleasure and comfort for the narcissist. But I'm here to not only put them in their place and provide a lesson for everybody watching, I also need to make it my mission to completely destroy the entitled rodent. And hopefully they don't get jail time, because as long as they're not breaking the law, they wouldn't need to worry about jail. But this is all about the false illusion of power, the power they feel they have over you, their ignorance to the point where they openly brag about it and they reveal themselves to you. Their mask falls off. And now it's time to provide psychological warfare so you can put the narcissist in their place and punish them for coming against you. You want to make sure by the time you're finished with your retaliatory reaction, however that may be, that they're never ever going to want to mess with you again. If they come back to do it again, they obviously haven't learned the lesson. And you'll have to get a little more aggressive with your approach. Destroy the fucker at all costs. Go to jail, fuck boy. If you don't go to jail, fuckhead, hopefully you don't get hit by a bus or something. I'm just playing around. That's dark humor, but you are going to defend your power. You're not going to be taken as a joke. And you need to make an example out of these people by posting something on social media to say, I'm not one to be fucked with, but you just revealed yourself to me, and now I'm going to expose you for everybody to see, but I'm going to be as sneaky as you are. I'm not going to directly say your name because you don't directly say mine, but you know what you've been up to, and I know what you've been up to. And now other people are going to watch, eat their popcorn, and enjoy the lesson as we completely dismantle the narcissistic abusers' false sense of entitlement and destroy them to the point where they need to go to a psych ward. I want this person going to a psych ward, taken away in a straitjacket, because they're not right in their head to begin with for messing with you, but now we're really, really, really going to put them in their place. And it's going to be our new form of pleasure since they were laughing at us. Provide clapbacks, but that is also a result of psychological warfare through energy exchange. The clapback is how you choose to react and provide a lesson regarding the narcissistic abuser who sends you psychological warfare. And it's an ongoing game for them. They feel so excited. They feel the thrill of being a part of something until they destroy themselves to the point of going to jail, or you destroy them to the point of them realizing, I should have never fucked with this person. So whatever happens first, whatever comes out. Just when you get into the art of psychological warfare, allow yourself a little bit of time to process your emotions. Say, this is how this person made me feel. This was their pleasure and they enjoyed it. They viewed me as a less than human punching bag, an emotional dumping ground for them to take out their unhealed childhood wounds on. And they were rewarded for it. They were embraced for it. Nobody told them they were wrong, but now I'm here to provide the lesson, because even though it's not my problem and it's not my fault, they continue to bother me and they're forcing me to destroy them. So congratulations on their achievement. That's exactly what we're going to do with psychological warfare. And I want everybody to draw inspiration from the things I'm doing when they are met with psychological warfare from narcissists in their lives, because you have the right to be happy, you have the right to live a peaceful life, and you have the right to be prosperous in the life you choose to live. And nobody has the right to come into your life and sabotage that for you. If they feel they do, they should probably be dealt with. So I'm not going to cover like the in-depth actions of clapbacks. I'm just going to say, process how these people are making you feel, and then do things to let it be known that they're not going to fuck with you and you're going to make an example out of them. So if somebody makes fun of you, you can maybe go on TikTok or whatever platform you're using, and you can make a joke out of it, but do it in a way not where you openly say their name, because they don't do that to you. You just want to get back at them. You want to provide that lesson. And you want to destroy their ego because they won't stop bothering you. In the next part of this series, I'm going to go over clapbacks more in depth and how you can use your creative abilities, talents, and ambitions to fire back against narcissistic energy vampires, losers, attachment rodents, and idiots who have no business being in your life but refuse to go away.